the two he scored were sublime strikes, but they were probably two of his tougher chances. It was really, really impressive. For me, though, it leads to a little bit of a question about, if not Kane, then who? Harry Kane was the only striker in this squad for Lee Carsley after Ollie Watkins withdrew from it. And so after Kane was taken off at 80 minutes, what a brave decision that was by Lee Carsley, by the way, taking the England captain off on his 100th cap when he's on 2 goals with 10 minutes of the game to go. There's a statement for you. It was Jarrod Bowen who came on in his place and played almost as a false number 9. So with Ivan Toney now in Saudi Arabia, Ollie Watkins injured, where do England go if they don't have Harry Kane available? Dominic Solanke maybe will be pushing for a place if he can have a good season with Tottenham. But that's a side issue. That's something we'll discuss over the coming England games. Last night, it was all about Harry Kane. He was the star of the show. He did what he always done for England. 68 goals now for England. That's 15 more than anybody else has ever managed in an England shirt. And he was really, really impressive. And the Wembley crowd left with a big smile on their face, I think you have to say, along with the Kane family.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, it was brave to take off Harry Kane on 2 goals, and he was a brilliant performance there from Kane, Rob, wasn't it? But what did we learn, do you think, about how England might look under Carsley? Some positive signs, do you think?
Yeah, very positive signs. I like the way he plays football. I think the crowd inside Wembley liked the way he played football. There were, at times, paper aeroplanes, which were the bane of Gareth Southgate's life. But it was a very different style, you have to say. He loves this possession-based game. He likes getting the ball forward. He likes players playing out of position in a fluid formation. On one occasion, it was extraordinary. We saw Rico Lewis, who was playing at left back, and Anthony Gordon, who was playing at left wing, both doing a little 1-2 on the right wing. It was incredibly fluid. And if you look at the stats there, you can see just how many touches and passes England had. They attempted 800 passes. That, by the way, is more than any other nation in these Nations League games in any match in this autumn break. So that gives you an idea of how Lee Carsley wants to play. And it was really, really impressive. We often saw Trent Alexander-Arnold and Rico Lewis, the two fullbacks, operating as number 10s in that sort of position. So there was a fluidity to it, an exciting aspect to it, which I think continued what we saw with England in Dublin against the Republic of Ireland on Saturday. And we asked Lee Carsley in the news conference about that after the game and how he wants to play and how he thought the 2 games had gone. And I think it was a pretty satisfied England interim manager.
It was important that we had the performances. You want to stand at the side of the pitch, enjoying watching the team play. Attacking, being exciting. And I thought we had that over the 2 games. To score 4 goals in 2 games is good. I still think we could have done better. I think we've come up against 2 really resilient teams, 2 excellent goalkeepers. But yeah, I think we're moving in the right direction.
You have to point out that England, no disrespect to them, have played 2 of the lesser nations, I think, in this Nations League competition. They are in Group B, having been relegated, but some really positive signs for Lee Carsley and this England squad going forward. 2 players I'd pick out very quickly. Jack Grealish, who started both matches at number 10, where he rarely gets the chance to play for Manchester City, was brilliant in Dublin on Saturday, was good last night, but I think realistically, he's not going to have that opportunity to play in that position for club or country, I think. There's a certain Kevin De Bruyne at Manchester City, and then you've got the returning Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden and Cole Palmer, who weren't in this England squad. But certainly the rebirth of Jack Grealish in an England shirt, you have to say, over the 2 matches. And then there was Angel Gomez as well, who was really, really impressive. By the end of last night, he'd completed 116 out of 124 passes, the most attempted and completed of any England player. The fact that Lee Carsley is prepared to play a player like him, a very technical player, the sort of player we haven't seen before, who is creative but behind the other midfield players, I think is really quite exciting, and he was outstanding. Under Carsley, you think he's got a big and bright England future.